Hey everyone, it's Eli, Elise, or Sharkbite, whichever one you want to call me, and I'm here today to talk about Halloween. So, if you know me in real life, you probably already know that I am a huge fan of Halloween. I love Halloween with a burning, fiery passion of probably like a million supernovas or something like that. It's pretty strong love. That's because it's the intersection of a lot of my favorite things, like monsters, monster movies, candy, weird decorations, and of course, costumes. Now, I'm a pretty big nerd, so I like cosplaying and just wearing costumes in general. And every year, me and my friends do this thing called Halloween, which is where you dress up every day of the week as a different costume, because we couldn't decide what we were going to wear on the day of Halloween, so we just decided to wear all of them. It's pretty fun and a great conversation starter, and it's just, cool to wear costumes. I love wearing costumes, so I don't know, maybe I'm biased. But, a lot of people choose costumes on the day of Halloween that I personally think are inappropriate. And I'm not talking about like sexual costumes, because you know what? If you're in a group with people who think that's funny and that's okay and nobody's uncomfortable with it, great. I'm talking about ones that are like actually offensive. You may have already seen the BuzzFeed videos that kind of talk about the idea of cultural appropriation through costumes, which I'm going to link to here and here if you haven't seen them already. But they articulate a lot better than what I'm probably going to talk about right now because this is coming from my experiences, not people who actually go through that appropriation. But I personally think that it's just lazy. If you're trying to get laughs out of people, choose something that's actually funny. Don't choose a group of people and say, ooh, I'm wearing a big mustache and I got a bottle of liquor. That just automatically makes me Mexican. Ooh, I got a sombrero. Ooh. Like, it's relying on stereotypes to convey a message, and that's just always lazy work. It's also pretty offensive. I mean, reducing people to a stereotype is one thing. Reducing them to a stereotype and then wearing their stereotype as a costume is weirder and worse. I mean, most people, I think, are probably not trying to be offensive when they wear costumes like Native American tribal princess, and it's because they don't know any better. But it is a thing. Like, Native American people still exist today. A lot of those cultures still exist. Now, that's for a certain breed of Halloween costumes. The other one is political issues, like social issues that come up, and then people decide to dress up as them. And hey, I'm not against people like wearing those Obama masks or Donald Trump masks as long as it's all in like good fun and but I personally think dressing up like Caitlyn Jenner as a way of mocking her is just kind of terrible. I don't personally like Caitlyn Jenner as the icon of transgender because I don't think that a person who's that privileged can really like speak for a lot of people, especially since she's against gay rights. That's pretty weird in my opinion. But besides that, I still think that that's still a terribly offensive thing to do, especially when she actually provided a voice for a lot of transgender people and started like this conversation, and now you're turning her into a joke because you think transgender people are funny. Body doesn't match with the brain. That's great. No, it's not. In case you didn't get my expression, I just wanted to make it clear that that's really not okay. And people think it's funny, and people think it's a joke, but other people, live those experiences every day and have to deal with the consequences. You get to wear it for one night. People have to live with it for all their life. And I know costumes provide this kind of like anonymity because like no one really knows who you are or whatever, and it's just a silly thing that you can take on and take off. But that's the thing. Like, you cannot turn the identity of a person into something that you get to play around with. It's just not right. So, this Halloween, if you see anybody wearing those kinds of costumes and you know them, I would ask that you call them out on it. And even if you can't call them out on it, maybe just, think about it. Why do people think that's funny? Why do people use those as a way of making jokes? Anyways, thanks for listening to my little rant about Halloween costumes. If you have anything to kind of add on to this conversation, or if you were just like, hey, I like commenting and like writing first or whatever, like most people tend to do in YouTube videos. Leave a comment, and I'll catch you guys later.